Joining me now is a man that I did not know existed until literally yesterday. And after reading the information about him, he might be the most interesting human to walk this earth. And I'm being 100% serious when I say that. This email was sent to me. They said, do you want to email the executive producer / creator of the Drop the Mic show, which airs tonight at 10:30 p.m. on TBS? And I said, absolutely I do. They said, well, here's some information about him. Jensen Karp is the executive producer and creator of Drop the Mic with partners James Corden, Late Late Show host, and Ben Winston. He's an Emmy-nominated writer who has contributed to TV shows like the Grammys, the MTV Movie and Music Awards, WWE Raw, we'll talk about that, the Late Late Show, NFL on Fox, the ESPYs. His memoir, Kanye West Owes Me $300, yes, that Kanye West, chronicles his childhood with $1 million Interscope recording contrast in songs with West, will.i.am, DJ Quick, FABOLOUS, and Redman, was released by Random House in 2016 and is currently being developed. I got questions, Jensen. First of all, thank you for coming on the show and welcome, Jensen.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we'll talk about Drop the Mic, which is going to be an incredible show. I love James Corden's show. I actually enjoy watching it. From Carpool Karaoke to the Drop the Mic, those are two brilliant segments for late night TV. I think your show is going to do incredibly well. I'm excited to watch it. So growing up, why does Kanye owe you $300 and why haven't you gotten your fucking money?
I was a battle champion here in Los Angeles for my youth. From basically like 13 to 21, I just battled. Rap battling was my overall, just like the same way kids like girls studied ballet and dudes were collecting baseball cards. Rap battling was my thing. And
hold on, like everybody in the 313 put like fucking 8 Mile, like that type of battling, like showing up.
Pretty much exactly that way. Like, cause I was always like the Woody Harrelson white man can't jump shit, like the same way that like Eminem was. Like
Billy Ho.
Yeah, because I look like an accountant or whatever. Yeah. And so people don't expect me to battle. And I'm a beast. Like I was really good at it. And so I entered a radio contest here in LA when I was 19 years old. It was a rap battle contest where you battle like 3 to 4 dudes a day on the phone. And I won the first day, won the second day. And then weirdly enough, 64 days later, the champion before me, the highest ever was 10. So I destroyed.
64 fucking days of brand new freestyles and battles?
With 4 dudes, you don't even see their faces, so you had to make fun of their like voice or like it was a crazy moment in my life. And I walked off the radio show on my own accord, and Jimmy Iovine gave me $1 million record deal at Interscope based on just those radio performances, which is nuts.
Wait, Jimmy Iovine, the guy that was a Dr. Dre and the Beats by Dre, that whole thing. What was it called? The Outliers or something? What were they called?
The Defiant Ones.
The Defiant Ones. Jimmy Iovine said, hey, listen, you've been just abusing people for 64 days on the radio. Why don't you come make some music with us?
Yeah, and you look the way you do, which was a big deal for, obviously, at the time, Eminem was just coming up. So I get this deal. I make music with Redman, Fabulous, will.i.am, DJ Quick, Maya, all those people you said. And then one of the things is they handed me a beat CD. My manager at the time handed me a beat CD that just said K West on it. And I heard it and was like, holy shit, who is this guy? He had not done anything yet. He had produced maybe one song for Beanie Siegel that hadn't come out yet. And I was like, this guy's a fucking star. And so we met up and we became friends and we did 2 songs together. And I rented him a car. That's the whole story, is that he had no money. He was living with his mom. I had all this money from the record deal. And he was like, yo, I need a car service because the train stopped. I can't get to my mom's. And I was like, just stay here. I'll take care of you when we're done with this song. And so he's the one who kept bothering me like, yo, I owe you money. I owe you $300. And then he just never paid me back. After bothering me for like 2 years, he got famous, and then we've never spoken since.
I am fucking mind blown right now.
And we go to dinner all the time. We went and saw Master and Commander, that weird Russell Crowe movie. Like we were like friends, and then now we don't speak, and he owes me money.
He talked about people who had like named their kids Alexis because they couldn't afford an Alexis or something like that. And he was that guy, and he just completely blew you off. $300. Now he's a Kardashian.
Yeah, and now he knows. I mean, clearly he remembers the story. And I did get some response back from him saying he's happy I'm doing well, but he thinks the title of the book is it's like kind of taking advantage. And I was like, yeah, no shit, idiot.
Yeah, it's called clickbait, you fucking idiot. And
yeah. It's one story. It's literally one chapter in like a 14 chapter book. Kanye, good job. You figured it out.
Well, no offense to Kanye, the way he's looking at, no offense to you from Kanye, he's like, my presence is a present, so kiss my ass. He's like, it's worth more than $300 in your life. That's what he's saying.
He's not wrong. But anyway, the point is, I basically, you know, made it one chapter in my book. The rest of it talks about my entire sort of experience being signed to Interscope and going through that, and then not having my album come out. It was sort of a really hard thing, and then sort of this is my rebirth in. I've been a comedy writer since, so this is sort of my second career.
So Macklemore has an entire song about meeting Jimmy Iovine and how his office was like gray and doomy, and he broke down the percentages, and then how Macklemore would make no money. Is that kind of how your situation is, or you just felt like your content was being held hostage?
Mine's a weird story. I mean, that's how I got the book deal. Basically, is that he gave me all this money, and then he let me spend most of it to record the album. And then at the end of that album, with what was happening with Eminem, me and my friend Bubba Sparks, who was on the label at the time.
Sparks is your friend?
Yeah, he's the best, man. Bubba Sparks' second record's amazing.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, Deliverance is on my playlist every single day.
Yeah, it's my shit. And it shows you what was going on at the label, because Deliverance is a genius record, and yet no marketing. He had a Justin Timberlake song on it. There's like hardly any marketing behind it, and that's just because at the time the whole building is being run by a cash cow that's making them so much money. So it's kind of like with you. It's like if Barstool picked up a podcast that was a lot like yours, at first you'd be like, well, I guess I get it, but you wouldn't want that. You're bringing in a lot of listeners. And that's kind of the experience that I faced and Bubba faced, and actually some other people as well, where the label's sort of being run by one guy that's kind of pop culture-y, kind of nasally voiced, similar to me. So I kind of fell wayside.
Just real quick, can we do this together? You and me, we'll have a moment here.
Yeah. Oh, that's my shit. I knew just from the one note.
Dude, this is such a good. As soon as it comes on, it just makes you feel good.
Dude, I can't play it for you on my computer because you wouldn't be able to hear it because of what we're doing. But I have that song. Bubba had sent me that song originally, and it has a "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" sample in it that they couldn't clear. So it has that that like singing Clooney song that like got kind of famous for a second. They tried to sample that and couldn't clear it, but it's really dope. And Timberland using
I am a man of constant sorrow.
That's it. And they couldn't clear it, but it's dope.
Dude, I didn't know I was talking to like the Dos Equis, dude. You're like one of the most interesting fuckers on earth, dude.
Well, I appreciate it, because normally hip-hop guys like me, like other guys I went on the label with, whether it's like Planet Asia or some names from Interscope that just sort of fell wayside, like we're supposed to disappear. Like rappers don't have second lives. So I take a lot of pride in the idea that like I didn't just give up and live under a freeway underpass. Like I actually went out.
By the way, that's terrible to do that. I'm happy you're not living under a freeway underpass, by the way.
Yeah, that's my dream, not to do that. And so I got lucky and had a second life, and that's what this comedy thing's about. And I've been doing it for years, and I feel, you know, I feel proud, and I feel in a way being able to reach back into the hip hop community a bit for this show, and including people like Hollow the Don and Murs and Intuition and Barstool aficionado Roan.
Roan is in there. Roan is a monster, huh?
Yeah, he's a monster. He worked on our TV show as well as a writer. And like, I feel like this is an opportunity for me to sort of rewrite my history in that way, and just sort of, you know, create rap music that I've been doing since I was 12 years old, but to do it on a larger scale with TBS.
How do you figure, so whenever it says you're the creator of this show, so did you go to James Corden and be like, yo, this would be its own show, this should be its own show? Because every single one he's done goes viral on the internet as soon as they go up, all of them.
And that's what I did. I had done something for Kevin Hart and The Rock at the MTV Awards where they needed a song.
Those are the two biggest stars on earth, and you're writing for them.
Yeah, it was crazy. The MTV Awards, I'd worked with MTV before. They called me because they needed a song for the MTV Awards that would go viral, and I luckily just fucking randomly came up with this idea where they rap a song called "Leo Got Fucked by a Bear."
Yes.
And so I wrote that. And it went viral, and then my agent was like, you could pretty much go anywhere you want today because of the press, like with a rap idea. And I was like, oh, I've had this rap idea for years where celebrities rap battle against each other, and I teach them how to rap. And so she suggested James Corden. I went in, pitched him and his partner, Ben Winston, And they were, I guess, smart enough to figure out that it would work. And then a week later, we were doing it with Anne Hathaway, and then we were just pretty much getting it ready to be a show, and it sold pretty fast.
The amount of name drops that just happened in that situation there was fucking mind blowing. I want to let you know that.
Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Well,
Anne Hathaway.
That's not what that fucking sounded like. I want to let you know that. That sounded like pum 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 pum.
Listen, I taught her how to rap. I would need about 7 sentences to explain who I am. But yes, we did a lot of. We do celebrity battles every day. So we did Halle Berry last week, and if Halle Berry saw me on the street, she would not know me. But I did help teach her how to rap, and I wrote a lot of her lyrics. So if that's name dropping, I'll take it.
You should. Absolutely. Meeting Halle Berry is on the bucket list of life for about 90% of American males. So that should feel pretty good.
She's like 50 years old. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I don't think anybody out there in La La Land gets old, though. Like, you guys, you live in L.A., I assume?
Yeah.
What part?
I live in West Hollywood.
Oh, that's a good time. Drake pops like 100 bottles a night. That's on me there in West Hollywood.
That's right down the street, I think. I've never been to like a club since I'm like 20 years old, but I believe it's right down the street where he does that.
Yeah, if you were to go to a club, that's where it would be.
I would probably force myself into Drake's club, yeah.
All right, so you wrote for the WWE back in the day. I'm a big fan. Let's talk about it. How'd you do that?
Yeah, I wrote 2005.
What did you do? Like, how does that happen? Does Vince sign you? Who signed you? A talent exec? How's the whole process go?
Yeah, so I get out of Hot Carl, the rap career, and
Hot Carl?
Yeah, like when you shit on someone's chest. That was my rap
name. I should have looked in. Like, that's how I know I'm not a real professional interviewer. Like, I should have known that. But that's an incredible name.
Yeah, it was listen, if I known it would stick with me forever, I don't know if I would have went with it, but I like it now. And so I get out of this Hot Carl thing. I don't know what to do. I have some money from the publishing deal and all this stuff. And I was a writer by trade. I went to USC and graduated there as a writer, even during the rap stuff. And I was doing stand-up pretty much since I was like 18, 19. I like always wanted to do comedy, and the rap thing sort of just forced itself into my life. And
I did that with kicking, by the way. I always wanted to do comedy, and kicking just so happened to pay a lot of the bills real quick.
See, so you know,
yeah.
But you knew that eventually your career might lead you back to this microphone or lead you to the thing. And I always thought that comedy writing was mine, and so I started just writing specs and writing scripts and things that I needed to get out there and trying to get representation. And one of the things that this agent that was trying to sign me said, "Hey, listen, here's a job listing. Here's the list of jobs that are hiring right now." And the one on the end was WWE. And I was like, how funny would it be if I got hired to write WWE? I was a fan mostly as a kid. And then during like the Attitude Era, I was into it. 2005 was pretty lull, but I was still watching every once in a while, or at least reading results. I apply. My resume says opened for Snoop Dogg on it. I had a pretty good feeling they would at least bring me in because of that.
Another name drop just out of nowhere, by the way. From the clouds, Snoop Dogg. Hold on, Jensen, my show, Jensen, my show. Kevin Hart, The Rock, yeah. Snoop Dogg, Anne Hathaway, and now we're talking about the fucking WWE. And Jimmy Iovine. Don't remember that. These are all names that have just happened to pop up in this conversation with a guy that before yesterday, I had no idea I was this gigantic fan of. So the WWE, you get this gig because you opened for Snoop. And how long did you write for them?
7 months. Did
you get canned or what happened? You didn't like it?
No, I quit. Yeah, they give you a 4-month trial period where, do you want to know this? This is really nerdy and inside.
No, I want to know. Yeah, and if it sucks, we'll just eliminate it from the show, but at least we'll have it for the wrestling followers who I have a large group of.
All right, good. 4 months, they hire you on a trial period. They have you live in a Holiday Inn Express in Stamford, Connecticut. They pay for all of that, and then they pay for 3 meals a day for you while they're paying you like 65 grand a year. And then they pay your breakfast $20, your lunch $40, and your dinner up to $65.
Okay, you're eating like a king and living in a Holiday Inn Express. Let's go.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, the sushi bar near the Holiday Inn, I would just walk in and they would just put $65 worth of fish in front of me, and then I'd eat it. But yeah, so I wrote there. I would travel. At that time, we had two shows or 3 shows. I think we ended up having 3 shows, including ECW. I would travel to all 3 of those shows a week. I would produce and write with the wrestlers. I had specific wrestlers at the time. If you're a fan, I worked with the Spirit Squad.
Oh, nice. Isn't that where the Miz's offspring came from, the big guy?
Dolph.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolph came out of that. I worked with this storyline with Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon about God.
Okay.
like Vince McMahon had a tag team partner. God, it was so weird.
That is an interesting angle, but I think it could be believable too with Vince McMahon. Everything he fucking does is very godlike.
Very weird.
Yeah.
And then Snitsky, Goldust, Carlito, those were all guys I kind of worked close with, but I didn't do anything that necessarily stuck too hard with anyone.
Good for you, though. What a fucking resume you have. That's incredible. Drop the Mic tonight has Gronkowski on it. So how's this work? The guys and girls who are in a rap battle, they come in like a day beforehand, meet with writers, put something together, then the next day they perform in front of a live audience?
That's basically it, man. You got it.
Who was impressive to you? Were you like, holy shit, this person's impressive?
Well, you'll see tonight, you'll see Gronkowski versus Gina Rodriguez. Gina Rodriguez crucifies Gronkowski to a point of like, holy shit, this was a one-sided affair. But the battle before that is Randall Park from Fresh Off the Boat, who plays the lead, and then versus James Vanderbeek of Dawson's Creek fame.
Of Dawson's Creek. Isn't he Varsity Blues?
Mox.
Varsity Blues as well.
Varsity Blues, bro, is rap battling tonight on TBS?
Yes. Versus Randall Park. And Randall Park, both are very good, but Randall Park could probably put out a mixtape tomorrow.
Okay, Randall Park coming out of nowhere. I like that a lot. Are all these videos gonna go out? Are all the songs gonna be downloadable? What are you guys gonna do for the internet wise?
They're all on YouTube right now. I think TBS will continue to do that where they put the full battles up. So you can see last week's battles, which is Halle Berry versus James Corden and Anthony Anderson versus Usher. Those are both online right now at YouTube or on TBS.com.
Usher, baby. Did he win? I assume he won.
Usher won. I don't know if he should have won. I think Method Man makes the decision at the end, our host. But I feel like maybe Anthony Anderson should have won, but it's really close.
Hey, if you ever talk to Method Man, let him know that a song that I listen to on a very regular basis that is not respected enough, I don't think, in the streets.
Okay.
Hold on, let me hear this. Da Rockwilder is my go-to jam whenever I need to wake up.
Can I suggest a song by Method Man to you?
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. By the way, if you're just going to drop any more gigantic names in influential people in the rap game and not suggest songs to me, I'll probably hate you just for
Okay, good. I don't know if I can bring it up on my phone, but Shaquille O'Neal is an underrated rapper.
I agree with that.
I can tell you wholeheartedly he's not Rakim, but he has skills. Shaquille O'Neal has a song with Method Man and the RZA called No Hooks, just called NOHOOKS. And it's a song that like just has always meant a ton to me. It's just a good song. It's feel like we're in the caves of West Europe, man.
You don't need no hook.
It's great. And even though Shaquille O'Neal sounds like Lurch rapping, it's still great.
He's very heavy voiced. You can tell a very large man is speaking. Like I've been yelled at by very large people. You could tell whenever they're talking. Shaq is just, you could tell he's an actual giant when he's speaking.
Absolutely. You know who else rap battles on the show is Michael Bennett.
Oh, the Bennett brothers are incredibly intelligent, by the way.
They are. They're really cool. And he goes up against Vanessa Hudgens, and it's I think it's in a week or two, but it is well worth seeing because it's a good battle.
How many people are writing with the stars before they're going on the show?
We have a writing staff of about 6 or 7, about 6 people total, and it's really like a collaborative thing where we write stuff, and then when we're in with them, it's sort of it evolves and morphs and stuff.
So it's not like 3 writers with this person, 3 writers with this person. Which team's going to win? It's a collab, all 6 people with each person.
Yeah, and then we have rap coaches. That gets a little more competitive, but I mean we're all in the one team, one dream kind of thing. But basically the rap coaches go off and work separately with them. So.
TBS love it.
TBS seems to love it. We had a good first week. 1 million people watched it live. I think we have.
Okay, Cuzzo, let's go.
Yeah,
7 figures.
Yeah. I don't know any of this bullshit. Like, I'm still just kind of like a writer at heart. So I'm just like, let's make the battles good. But from what I understand, TBS also doesn't have a huge online presence yet. So the fact that we have like YouTube videos that are going around is a good thing for them too.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien is really the only thing bouncing around the internet from TBS, and he does a lot of good shit. But that's the only thing really.
Yeah, and he has like his own internet wing. It's like Conoco or something. Like it's not even really through the TBS channel. So we might be, and us and Samantha Bee might be the two people getting the most viral shit online.
Who's the dream person to get on the show?
Honestly, we just brought him up, but Shaq is a Turner guy, and I would love to have him on. I just think that's I mean, I like people who rap. Like I like Scott Conn is a dream for me to have on because he used to be in a rap group as a kid, or Romany Malco, who you might know, he's like a character actor. Like he was in a rap group growing up. So it's like I like people who've rapped before, and maybe that's my own heart speaking, but those are the kind of dudes. Cena, even like John Cena would be great because he rapped. Like anyone who's had a rap career and you don't necessarily
Excuse me, if you could just hold on one second. I'm gonna play you a song real quick.
Yes.
And it might, I don't know if the microphone might catch on fire here. I'm not sure. But these are a couple guys I know. I just got to find it real quick. And I think it went to the number one. It went to number one on an iTunes chart.
Okay.
Just on an iTunes chart, not the iTunes chart.
Yeah.
A voice for the voiceless.
This song is called R.I.P. See Ya Japan.
Okay.
Because Jim Jong-un launched his missiles into the Sea of Japan and just kills the fish. This is a voice for the fish.
Okay.
R.I.P. and peace to the Sea of Japan. I'm worried about the fishes because the little fat man. The missiles are like pellets, fish are eating Pac-Man. Vigilante activism like I'm Batman.
Just
That's a rap battle, yeah.
Yeah, just a simple rapper from the name of the Raptivists. Don't worry about that. R.I.P. See Ya Japan, on sale now and on Spotify. Just something to think. Hey, Jensen, I appreciate you for your conversation so much. I cannot wait to watch Drop the Mic. Follow along at Drop the Mic TBS on social media. Jensen Karp, what a fucking human you are, man. I appreciate you coming on here.
Dude, I'm happy to be here. Thanks so much. And yeah, and if you're a Barstool guy, you should watch this purely because of Roan. The work he did for us in those weeks that he was in LA, you'll see it on the screen. He's an incredible rap battler, and we've had some great shit, and I think you'll like it. Some weeks you'll be like, oh my God, that was so cringeworthy. That's our point. Some of it is cringeworthy on purpose, so you'll like it.
Oh, so you guys are going for it.
Yeah, it's great.
I love that because we get attacked for going for it on a very regular basis. So I very much love the pirate mentality to fucking go for it.
Yeah, I didn't want everybody to sound like a mixtape rapper. Like I wanted some people to not be great, some people to be incredible. Like I wanted weird shit to happen. I very rarely. I mean, in real life, dude, I had 3 celebrities not get in their limo to come to the taping. Like that happened. Like people
because they were scared.
Yeah, because they read the lyrics and were like, "Holy shit!" Like. I don't hold back on this show. That's the last thing we wanted to do. So I think you'll tune in and you'll be like, I can't believe this is happening.
Burn it down, Jensen. I like it a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Los Angeles, one of the most talented brains in history. A guy,
Thanks, man.
No problem, Jensen Karp. I appreciate it, man.
Bye, guys.